almost anything to get what he wants. And what he wants most is to make great music. He is Sir Georg Solti, one of the finest conductors alive today. And he's the man who brought the Chicago Symphony to worldwide acclaim. Solti was among the 5 performing artists, including Johnny Carson, who were honored last night at the Kennedy Center in Washington for their lifelong contributions to American culture. But our story is about Solti the man and the remarkable life he is leading. Here's Michelle McQueen.
They're lining up in Chicago for an autograph and a moment with the maestro. Sir Georg Solti is more than a conductor. He is a phenomenon. He's the prize fighter of the podium. Here, conducting the orchestra he led for 22 years, his beloved Chicago Symphony. And if the prize is Grammy Awards, Sir Georg Solti is the champion. He has won 31 of them, more than the Beatles, more than Michael Jackson, more than anyone, anywhere, ever.
How many more do you want?
4.
Why 4?
Because then it's 35.
Really? Has to be an even number?
Yeah, it's better, nicer. 31, which is now, this is somewhat awkward number.
It's an awkward
It's an awkward number.
It doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
It's an unharmonic number.
Okay.
Do you hear that, people in Los Angeles?
How does he do it? Some say fear.
You play still the old one, you're slowing me down. Ooh, ooh, ti-ti-ti-ta, ti-ti-ti-ta. Don't slow me down.
There is a terrific venom and passion in his approach to music. That's what characterizes the man. That's what keeps him going.
So forget the dainty image of the classical musician.
Ah-ti-ti-ti-ta, ah-ti-ti-ti-ta. That's it.
This man is ferocious.
Away and go.
This is Solti in 1964, the Solti who once stabbed himself with his baton and went right on conducting. Watch the arms.
Is anyone ever afraid of you?
No, not really. Not really, because I'm nice. I am basically very nice.
But your style is fierce. I've seen pictures of you where you are absolutely wild. You are fighting, you are pummeling. Sometimes you even look angry. Why do you do this?
I am like I am. I can't do anything else. It's not a role which I'm doing. It's the way I'm making music.
At the moment of truth, in the performance, he is a completely committed person. His whole being is put into the music, into the performance, into making that come alive through the orchestra.
Music came alive for Solti early on. Born in Budapest, he studied the piano at age 6, and by 12 dreamed of conducting. At 25, he got his chance. But the very night of his conducting debut, Hitler began his march across Europe. Solti, a Jew, soon lost his job. He decided to spend a week in Switzerland looking for work. His father took him to the train.
He cried on the station. And I was, as he would know, that he never seen me again. And I was his everything. I said, don't cry. I'm coming back in a week. I've never seen him again.
Solti spent the next 7 years stranded in Switzerland. He survived by teaching piano, but his dream of conducting was on hold. In March 1946, he finally got a break, an offer to conduct. But there was a catch. The position was in Munich, what had been the heart of Nazi Germany. Solti did not hesitate.
Did you have no qualms at all about going back to Germany so soon after the war?
My dear, I've been very afraid of it, but I would go to the hell to conduct. I would go to the hell. I need it. That was my lifeblood.
With respect and with consideration for all that you yourself suffered during the war, could it not also be said that you were an opportunist in going to Germany?
Of course it could be said, naturally. I'm not insulted by that. Because I had such a burning desire to work, and I knew I am a conductor. I think I would do anything. And I'm not ashamed for that.
Anything?
No, I wouldn't kill my mother, or you, or touch anybody. I wouldn't cause anybody harm. No, that I couldn't. But to go and conduct, I would.
Solti did go and conduct and built a name for himself around the world. He moved to London in 1961 and was conducting at a prestigious opera house when a BBC reporter came to interview him at the Savoy Hotel. Solti was 52. She was 27 and married. Opera was only the first thing they talked about.
I said to him, I'm very sorry, I'm afraid I don't know too much about opera because I really don't like it very much. Ah, said these eyes twinkling at me, those devastating eyes. And I said, you see, I once saw an opera in Frankfurt and it was dreadful. It was full of sort of lumpy people stamping around the stage. And he said, oh yes, which year was that? And I told him the year and he said, yes, thank you very much. I was the conductor.
Did you know when you met her that there would be something between you
Yes.
after that interview?
Yes, I knew. She didn't. She fought me very much.
You pursued her,
Oh yeah,
even though she was married.
even though she was married.
Why?
Why? Because I obviously wanted her.
Relentless, relentless. I mean, after that, he used to call me every day and say, when are you coming to join me? When are you coming? And so in the end, I went.
They've been married 26 years now and make their home in London. At age 57, Solti assumed what may be his favorite role. He became a father for the first time. He and his wife Valerie have 2 daughters, Gabrielle and Claudia, and even they will tell you that their mother isn't the only one to notice those devastating eyes.
He always has been kind of crowd of kind of rather elegant women around him. Initially we always say he has his little sort of like his groupies who will sort of follow him around the beach, like 5 or 6 of these leggy Italians.
Following him around? Your father?
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, how do you feel about all that?
Oh, we think it's hilarious.
I think it's Are you a flirt?
I don't know, I suppose, yes. Every good man is a flirt. Otherwise it's boring.
Is it hard to be married to someone who so many other women are going to find attractive?
Well, no, I think it'd be rather awful, actually, if you were married to somebody who everybody thought was really a schmuck and sort of ghastly. Oh, God, you know, poor thing, married to him. So I think, no, because he is a marvelously dynamic, wonderful man, and that you accept.
One thing the whole Solti family has had to accept is a slight difference in their musical taste.
Claudia, you were listening to Sting when you were setting up earlier. What about your father? Does he like him?
Probably not. I haven't actually ever tried that one. Probably not.
Have you heard of Sting?
Sting?
Is there any modern group that he likes? The Beatles, the Stones?
He doesn't like the Beatles at all.
He used to
I tried
call
that
them,
one.
when we were small, he used to call pop stars pajama men, because he said they looked as if they were wearing their pajamas.
What are pajama men?
What is a pajama?
Well, your daughters told me that's what you call some of the modern musicians, pajama men. You can't see performing in a ripped T-shirt. That's not.
Oh,
it's
yes.
a chains. Do you think
I
you
can
could...
see anything as long as it is good. I don't mind if the naked perform, as long as it is good.
Solti has made more than 250 recordings. Here he's starting work on his latest, Haydn's Creation.
The piece begins darkness. This is just the darkness. It's dark. And now this is this chaos.
Solti has conducted this piece of music before. He even won a Grammy for his 1982 recording. But Solti wasn't satisfied with that version, so he's recording it again. And he wants this version to be different, completely fresh. So much so that he won't even listen to the old recording or read the notes in his old score.
Why do you bother? At this stage of your life, you're quite celebrated. You have invitations to conduct all over the world. You could
just make a Xerox copy. But
you
I'm
could make a
not.
Xerox
But
copy.
I
No
don't
one would
want
know.
it. I don't like it. I would hate myself. It would be so easy, of course. Easy. With little work, I just pull copies down and sell it high prices. But I don't want that. It's not my way of life. I've been made for suffering and to search for better.
He's the last of his generation, still to be there, still to be pushing ahead, still to be trying to get something out of music and put something back into music in his 80s. He doesn't know any other way to do it. Other men, when they reach his eminence and his age, they lean back a little bit on the podium. They let the orchestra do the work. Not Solti. He's still stabbing the air and punching and fighting and pummeling. He's still out there fighting for the championship.